Bird Stadium. I'd like to thank you for Mr. Steve Gibson and Miss Sandy Gibson. This evening, Mr. Gibson are going to be the coin toss for our game. Thank you, Mr. and Ms. Gibson.
Welcome to RCB High School. This is Robert C. Byrd.
Stiff on the midfield, down the near side sideline to the 30, the 20, the 10. They're not going to get him. It's a Robert C. Byrd touchdown.
Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School. I'm John Griffin alongside Jonathan Griffin. Our producer, as always, doing an extraordinary job, David Oliverio at the controls. Well, we've come to the end of the season, Jonathan. It's been a short or long 10 games. I don't know. It seems like it's gone in a snap. And we're on the outside of the playoffs looking in, trying to get our third win of the season tonight. But hopefully, if they get that, it'll build some momentum going into the offseason.
Yeah, as a coaching staff, looking for your third win, and realistically, you can get one tonight here as the Flying Eagles take on the Elkins Tigers. And as first-year head coach, Coach Scott, I'm sure he's looking at this as trying to end your season on a high note, back-to-back wins, get your third win under your belt, and go into your off-season winter workouts with some momentum, because you've got a lot of young talent on this team. There's no doubt about it. Junior Smith had an unbelievable game last week, and I just think if you can build off of a win tonight, it's only going to help you next year and in year out.
And the Flying Eagles welcome the Tigers from Elkins tonight, who have had their own share of troubles this season.
Yeah, Elkins, they are still looking to get their first victory of the season. So we'll see if they can maybe somewhat pull up the upset here tonight against Robert C. Byrd.
Yes, depth an issue for Robert C. Byrd and also for Elkins as we see them come out onto the sideline. Not more than 30 players on the roster.
Yeah, low numbers really for both teams, which just in the long run means you're going to have some starters play both ways, some guys on defense and offense and also on your special teams, which as the game draws on, that's endurance, and the team that has the best endurance and makes the biggest impact on those special teams plays will probably most likely walk away with a victory here tonight.
Exactly. Performing the coin toss tonight are Steve and Sandy Gibson. Steve is the principal of Robert C. Byrd High School. Sandy, of course, is his wife. Captains are getting ready to meet at midfield. Getting ready for some fireworks in the background provided by Wagner Pyrotechnics. And here come the Flying Eagles out onto the field, escorted out in the tunnel by the Robert C. Byrd Marching Band. Also alongside us on the camera tonight in the end zone, Mr. Anthony Corsini, a student at Robert C. Byrd High School. Want to welcome in all those alumni and friends around the area, around the different states listening to us. Virginia, Maryland, Kentucky, Ohio, and of course Pennsylvania. I had a student in class just today, Jonathan, that said that her brother listened and watched the game on YouTube last week, and he was in Ohio. So we are definitely spreading our wings and reaching out to people in all areas around the region.
Yeah, great way to be able to watch Robert C. Byrd football if you don't live in the vicinity or you can't make it out to a game.
Exactly. Of course, our athletic director / assistant principal, Eric Post, integral in setting that up for us. And we'll certainly hope that playing Eye the Tiger doesn't fire up the Elkins Tigers.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are looking at this game and you think it's, a 2-win team versus a no-win team.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, the Big Ten Conference, it's got some really good teams in it. You just, looking down, East Fairmont's ranked.
Yeah.
Fairmont Senior's ranked.
And they play tonight.
Yeah, Lewis County's ranked. We've seen what Lincoln's done, North Marion, Philip Barber,
Exactly.
Robert C. Byrd, and Bridgeport. I mean, almost over half the league may make the playoffs in some form or fashion. So I think a lot of people, Robert C. Byrd has, they've had to play a lot of tough opponents, and it's no cakewalk in that Big Ten Conference.
No. And traditionally, Robert C. Byrd has been up there with Bridgeport. And Lincoln's been good, and not to insult anybody, but, Philip Barber having an outstanding year, East Fairmont having an outstanding year, and they don't always have years like that. So kudos to them for bringing it up a level.
Yeah. It just makes the whole league better as a whole.
Competition. About set for kickoff here. The Elkins Tigers will put things in play. Nicholas Bowers will do the honors for the Tigers, and it's going to be fielded at about the 40. Not sure whether that was a onside kick attempt or a squib.
Yeah, it kind of looked almost like an onside kick attempt that was recovered there by Deacon Barnett for the Flying Eagles. So a good heads-up play by the special teams again, coming in early as a factor in this ball game.
So the Flying Eagles will set up shop just inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Junior Smith will be at the helm for the Flying Eagles, the freshman. Flanked by Latrell Jones. And here's a pass out to the boundary, caught at the 40-yard line. Receiver makes his way upfield across the 50, and I believe that's going to be Rylan Rock with the reception. So a good start for Rylan Rock on senior night.
Yeah, and a nice, easy pitch and catch there for Junior Smith to give him some confidence coming off of a really good game that he had last week. So really trying to build on his confidence. Good start for him tonight.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what Coach Austin Scott wanted to do. So the Eagles pick up a first down. Ball's inside the 50 at about the 48. Here's a snapback. Hand off to Jones. He's going to get maybe 1 or 2 yards.
He was tripped up there by 54 of Elkins, and unfortunately there's no 54 on the roster. So I'm going to say there's 2 50s. It's either Riley Ryder or Cale Marby with the tackle, most likely for the Eagles, for the Tigers.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Flying Eagles. Smith in the shotgun. Here's a snap back. He's going to keep this, roll around the right side. Nice hole, and he's got one man to beat, and he can't quite do it, and he's drug out at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, really good job there by Junior Smith. We saw that last week, that quarterback kind of design quarterback draw around that that end and let Junior Smith get outside, and he's done a really good job with that. He was eventually tackled there by Nicholas Bowers. Really a touchdown-saving tackle for the Tigers.
So that's 2 plays, 2 first downs tonight for the Flying Eagles. 10:44 left to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10, ball's at the 40. Here's a snap back again to Smith. He's got a man down in the end zone, and that ball's going to be picked off. Just underthrown a little bit.
Yeah, picked off there by Christian Lopez for Elkins, and he had a guy open, just like you said, a little bit underthrown. Couldn't really quite step into that throw.
That was intended for number 1, Latrell Jones. He came out of the backfield. That does pin the Tigers deep, however. They're not going to say his momentum carried him into the end zone, and they're going to spot the ball right about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I was looking at that replay to see if they would give him a touchback or they're going to spot him, but they are going to spot him inside the 2. It looks like right about the 2.
So here's a handoff up the gut for the Tigers. Nothing doing. Number 11, Nicholas Bowers on the carry. Todd Van Devender quarterbacking number 7 for the Elkins Tigers tonight.
Host of Eagle tacklers on that play there. Good penetration up front by the defense so far.
No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Handoff straight up the middle again.
That was Lopez again there. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Nicholas Bowers. I'm sorry.
Stop made by Armando Montero. So a 3rd and 7 for the Elkins Tigers. Here's a pitch around the right side to number 11, Bowers. And Bowers is going to scoot up towards the marker, and it looks like he's going to have the first down.
He got just enough of what he needed to move the sticks there for the Elkins Tigers.
It's important for Elkins to be able to get out of that hole. So a fresh set of downs for the Tigers, all the way from Elkins and Randolph County. Here's a handoff around the left side. Eagle defense is stout.
Rylan Rock there, as well as James McMillian for the Eagles.
Nicholas Bowers on the carry. I thought for a minute that was number 30, but there's no 30 on our roster. So that's going to be a loss of 1. That'll put the ball back at the 13. 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. Here's a handoff up the middle. Met immediately by the Eagle defense. Harding on the carry for the Tigers. No gain on the play. That'll be 3rd and 11 now facing Elkins.
And, you know, Robert C. Byrd offensively, they like to play slow and they huddle a lot. But Elkins is a much slower pace than what Robert C. Byrd's offense wants to do.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Tigers here with 8 minutes to go exactly in the first quarter. No score. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School, just down on One Eagle Way, or I should say up One Eagle Way, down on Dougie Layfield Drive. An important 3rd down and 11 coming up here for the Tigers. Got the ball out of the shadow of the goalpost there with a nice little run around the right side.
Yeah, big play here defensively for the Flying Eagles. See if they can force a punt here, get the ball back for their offense.
Harding under center, and we're going to have a flag down. And it looks like
a false start.
It's going to be false start, illegal motion against the Tigers, so that'll back them up. It'll make it 3rd and 16 now. And unless Elkins is playing it safe, that's probably going to mean that they're going to have to try to pass the ball if they really want to pick up the 1st down. Ball resting at the 8-yard line. Harding under center. And we got another flag down, and it looks like we're going to have the same call, illegal motion against the Tigers. So that'll back them up, put the ball at the 3-yard line, and make it 3rd and 21.
That's 2 back-to-back penalties for the Elkins offense.
Wasn't much of a motion there, but the right guard, the left guard did move back just a tad bit.
And the fullback kind of flinched a little bit, so they could have called it really on either player after looking at that replay.
Here's a snap back to Harding from the shadow of his own end zone. He lofts a pass out to the 20-yard line, and that's going to be incomplete. Nice contest there by the Robert C. Byrd defense.
Yeah, that was Kobe Durant who went up and really had a good shot at making that interception for the Flying Eagles. But a good job here for – sorry, that was Kobe Duarte. So good job by the defense to force a punt here to get the ball back for the offense.
Looks like Junior Smith back deep for the Flying Eagles, and we have I couldn't quite make that out.
Safety.
The ball sailed over the punter's head. We'll take a look on the replay. I was looking at the defender or the return guy, and it does sail right over the head of the punter. So that's going to put 2 points on the board for the Flying Eagles here with 7:52 left to go in the first quarter. And Elkins will perform what's called a free kick, punt-style kick with no pressure. For those of you that don't follow football.
Yeah, and you don't see them a whole lot, so.
You do not.
Especially at the high school level.
And you think you would, though, because you would think at the lower level you'd have more safeties because there are more miscues than at the college or the pro level, but that's not the case.
Yeah, but I think at the high school level, I think it so far becomes less of trying to get the 1st down. Let's play it safe. Yeah. Let's run the ball. Give our punter enough room to where he can get it away.
Correct. And a lot of times in high school, they're not punting that close to the end zone. So here's not a punt-style kick, but it's off a tee, and it's fielded at about the 45-yard line by number 2, Kobe Duarte. He'll bring the ball back up to about the 50-yard line. So I think in high school, and you have the choice to punt it or kick it off the tee.
And I think actually now, I think in college, I think it's the preference of the kicker. I think they can punt it or kick it off the tee now. I think that might be a new rule that not this year but came in a couple years ago.
We'll check on that at halftime and may or may not get back to you with an answer.
Next season.
If they have their choice, it's really not all that important. Here's Junior Smith around the left side, just kind of taking his time, getting some yardage. Here's a flag down on the play. That will probably be a holding call going against the Eagles.
It was forced out by Bowers, on that far sideline.
And the Eagles are walking backwards. It is a hold against the Flying Eagles. Not quite as many penalties so far tonight as we had last week, though, Jonathan.
No. So only 3 penalties in the game. 2 false starts on the Elkins Tigers, and then which honestly it ended up not hurting Bird that bad because the hold didn't take place at the line of scrimmage. Right. So the runner gets credit to where the hold, then you mark 10 yards off. Yeah. So
and additionally, last week things got much better in the second half too. Here's a snap back. Smith going to throw a ball out to the boundary, hauled in by Duarte at about the 45-yard line. He'll get up, or I should say get down to about the 41-yard line. Correction, that was Rylan Rock on the reception.
Yeah, it looked like Duarte as well, but it ended up being Rock. So far, really, really nice night by Junior Smith. It's been on target with the exception of that one underthrown interception. And Lopez forces Rock out of bounds for that Elkins defense.
Second and 2, Smith in the shotgun. Snap back. He'll just keep the ball. He'll go around the right side behind a nice blocking effort by the pulling RCB offensive line.
Yeah, really good job by Junior following his blocks, and really he ran into the back of James McMillian, and I would probably credit McMillian with the tackle. Because after Smith hit him, he kind of bounced back down, so
that'll move the sticks for the Flying Eagles. 7:10 in the first quarter remaining. 2-0. Top of the third. Flying Eagles on. Whoa, that's baseball. 2-0 first quarter, I should say. Here is Smith. Read option. He keeps it straight up the middle, down to about the 21-yard line, 22. Now it looks like the 23.
Aiden Lambert is the first would-be tackler there for Elkins. And the World Series is over, folks. So
it is over, yes. No more baseball.
No more baseball. But the score is not wrong. It is 2-0.
We want to thank Washington. We want to thank Washington Square for the food provided tonight in the RCB tent. Here's a pass out to Newson. Completed about the 20-yard line. No gain there, really. Well, maybe gain of 2. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Andrew McGillberry with the tackle.
Of course, Newson with the breakout game last week, 2 touchdowns and the game-winning score.
Yeah, and I'm sure Elkins' coaching staff has preached on that to make sure you get Newson to the ground, because we saw last week he is elusive with the ball.
Here's a bunch formation, and that's going to be Smith with the keeper, I do believe. Nothing doing there, and looks like he's going to pick up the first down. And the referees do spot the ball just inside the 15-yard line. Flying Eagles can still pick up a first down inside the 5. Smith is under center here. And here's a handoff to Jones. He's going to squirt through the line and get down to about the 9-yard line.
Good drive here by this Flying Eagles offense. Their second possession of the game. See if they can find the end zone here.
4:45 left on a ticking clock. 2nd and 5. Ball's at the 10. Smith hands off to Jones. Jones around the left side. Not much doing. Maybe picks up 3 yards. We'll give him 3 or 4 yards.
That was Lambert again.
So like you said, Robert C. Byrd being methodical, taking their time, running the ball. thrown a few passes.
Yeah, they've really done a good job, I've thought, tonight. Is, for most of the season, they've been a pretty much predominant run-based offense. But tonight, and we saw it last week, they're building that passing game slowly but surely into the offense, which, again, is opening up some running holes here tonight.
Here's a quick handoff. That looks to be McMillian, and he's not going to get anywhere. But he is going to pick up the first down, apparently.
Yeah, the far lines judge looks like they're going to give him. They may spot him short. Yeah, they are going to spot him just short. But he's.
So this will be a 4th and 1 for the Eagles here.
And I'm actually surprised they're not going to measure this, because it
very
is
close.
Very close. From my vantage point, it looks like that ball is, the nose of it is touching the 5, which would be a first down.
So here's Smith under center. He's just going to keep the ball. He's going to charge ahead, and he's going to get into the end zone. So on what was a play designed just to pick up a first down, and a yard or less gets 5 yards and a touchdown.
The old tush push. And
the tush push.
Really, I think Elkins kind of thought that Junior was just going to kind of maybe dive to get it, and he squirts there off that right side, just follows his offensive line into the end zone.
So that makes the score 8-0, and it looks like Robert C. Byrd's going to go ahead and go for 2 here to make it a touchdown and field goal game. So we'll see what transpires. Here's a snap over the head of Smith. He's going to pick the ball up and going to be tackled immediately back at the 25-yard line. So a high snap doomed them from the start here on the 2-point try. So with 3:11 left to go, 8-0, your Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles on top. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School. Flying Eagles on top, 8-0, 3:11 left to go in the first quarter. Byrd kicks off a pooch punt, not designed to be a pooch punt, but now there's a mad scramble, and the Flying Eagles say they have come up with the football.
It looked like Kobe Duart definitely had a chance at recovering that, but in the end it looks like it was recovered by Elkins. Andrew McGilberry comes up at the bottom of the pile.
And I'm not sure that was designed, because Bryson McAtee got an awful lot of the tee in that kickoff, and it went straight up in the air.
And it took an awkward bounce towards the Byrd sideline, and there was really no receiving player out there for Elkins. And as you see, Kobe Duart right there had a chance at it.
Number 3, Douglas Stone for the Tigers, tried to touch it, but he couldn't get his hands on it. So Elkins does recover. That'll make it 1st and 10. Ball's at the 32-yard line. Here's a run around the right side by the Tigers. That was number 11, Bowers, Nicholas Bowers, on the carry.
And a host of defenders there for the Flying Eagles. Done a really good job tonight getting penetration.
They have.
And really disrupting what Elkins wants to do offensively.
2nd and 9. Van Deventer in the shotgun. Here's a handoff around the left side. A nice job of breaking tackles. That was number 11 again. Bowers on the carry.
Deegan Barnett with the tackle, along with several other Flying Eagles. Really did a power wrestling move there.
Takedown.
It was a power bomb.
So 3rd and 6, just under 2 minutes in the first quarter. Here's a handoff again to Bowers, and he's going to be stopped short. Well, the pile's still moving, and
it's like he's going to be a yard short. Well, maybe not. Nope, they're going to say first down.
Yeah, the official on our side is waving the sticks.
Yeah, and it's weird because the far side official, which is where the chains are, was almost a yard behind where the official on Robert C. Byrd's sideline is, and you would think the further official closest to the chains would have a better eye, but
this official closest to us was pretty confident. So 1st down and 10, ball's now at the 42-yard line. Van Deventer in the shotgun, flanked by 2 backs. He's going to roll out and throw the ball. Going to his right, chased by the Flying Eagles, and he's run out of bounds right about at the line of scrimmage. And now a flag is tossed up in the air by the referee. That's probably going to be extracurricular activity out of bounds.
Yeah, he was forced out of there.
Oh, I see it.
Not sure.
Right there. Right in the beginning. I just clicked the replay. Yep, he backhands him.
Oh, yeah, after seeing the replay, it looked like the quarterback backhanded. I think that was looked like Andrew Swagger of the Flying Eagles, and it did. They backed. So personal foul after the play, which is it's going to be 2nd down, but that's a drive killer because Elkins had just picked up a 1st down and had positive yards on that 1st down run there.
So 2nd and 24, ball's at the 28, and here's a nice play by Bowers, and he's going to pick up the 1st down there. About 25, 26 yards on the carry on 2nd down.
And we got another flag thrown. Not sure. This time it might be against the Flying Eagles.
Referees are talking about it. It is another personal foul, but this time it is going to go against the Flying Eagles.
So emotions heating up down there on both teams now.
We'll take a look at the replay here in a second. See if we can't spot the foul.
Don't really see a whole lot. And then not really sure. Maybe, and I'm not sure the number.
Somebody said something about something, so we'll leave it at that. So meanwhile, Elkins runs a play, nothing doing. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. .25 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Elkins is going to have to run a play. Here's a handoff to Bowers off the right side, and he's going to get close to the 1st down. Going to be about 2 yards short. But that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Flying Eagles 8, the Elkins Tigers 0. We'll be back to Robert C. Byrd High School after these messages.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back to Robert C. Byrd High School, getting ready to start the second quarter here. Your Flying Eagles on top by a score of 8-0, but Elkins threatening, picked up a first down. Ball's at the 22.5 yard line of the Flying Eagles.
Big third down here for Elkins offense and the Flying Eagles defensively.
Here's a handoff to the right side, and looks like they're going to pick up the first down. That was Bowers again on the carry.
Gage Carpenter with the tackle for the Flying Eagles.
It is indeed a first down, so that'll give the Tigers a fresh set of downs. Want to remind everybody to set your clocks back tomorrow night, just so you don't forget. It's terrible to wake up on Sunday morning when you're either an hour behind or an hour ahead. Enjoy that extra hour of sleep.
Nothing like getting dark at 4.
Here's Van Devener with a quick handoff to Bowers. He's going to be forced around the left side really, really wide, and a flag is going to be thrown on the play, and it looks like it's going to be a hold.
Yeah,
so that's probably going to come back.
Yeah, it came from the head official, and he was a good 10, 20, maybe 20 yards behind the run there, and he threw it right away.
And that's a tough play for the Tigers because when Bowers got the ball, he had pressure immediately, and he was forced to do more of an arc around the left side instead of run straight upfield. He went more east-west than north-south. So 1st and 17, ball's back at the 25-yard line. Scoreboard says 20, but it's indeed the 25. Here's Van Devener on a rollout. Has a guy in the flat. That's number 1 for the Tigers, Harding. And he's going to get down to about the 10-yard line where he's run out of bounds.
Rylan Rock and Kobe Duart both there.
Jones along with the tackle.
To bring down Harding.
Latrell Jones still nursing that sore ankle. He's able to play on it, but it's still not quite right. Here's the Tigers. And looks like it's going to be fumbled. Junior Smith, it looks like, has the ball. Comes out of there with it. And indeed, it is a fumble. That was Fortney on the carry for the Tigers. And a nice hit. Nice hit by Junior Smith, and picks the ball right up. And then he's dragged down by Bowers.
So that was the first carry for Fortney for the Tigers, and took a hit, big hit straight on.
Well, in watching the replay, I don't think it was Smith that hit him, but he was right there to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, it looked like Rylan Rock came from his safety position.
So we'll give the stick to Rock. Here's a pass deep downfield, underthrown, but wait, we've got Newson, comes back for the ball on a pass attempted by Smith. I think it was intended for Rock downfield, but it was woefully underthrown, and Newson just happened to be there.
Yeah, Rock's on a go route, and he gets well behind the corner, and Smith finally sees him, but had some defender right there in his face and just kind of underthrew it. Good thing you had Cam Newson coming across the field on a deep dig route, and it went right to him.
And that's a tough throw for any quarterback, especially in high school. You're a right-handed quarterback, but you're running to your left.
And when there's pressure in your face.
Exactly. Here's a handoff straight up the middle, gain of about 7, down to the 43-yard line.
That was Barnett for the Flying Eagles. So, good gain on first down for that Flying Eagles offense. And like we talked all last week and really all year, it's important for the Flying Eagles to get positive yards on first and second down.
And they're becoming more diverse in their offense. Last week we saw a lot of Junior Smith keepers. But so far tonight they've kind of mixed it up. Here is Jones off the right side. He's going to pick up the first down. Gain of about 4.
Nice run there by Jones, getting inside, seeing the hole, making a really nice jump cut, getting outside and moving the sticks for the Flying Eagles offense.
$8:57 to go in the second quarter. Seniors were honored earlier tonight. The football players, volleyball, cheerleading, soccer, both boys and girls soccer, in a pregame ceremony. This looks to be Menameki with the handoff. He was hurt last week, suffered a lower leg injury.
And a bloody nose all on the same play. His helmet came off, so glad to see him healthy tonight. And another good play on first down.
Stay ahead of the sticks. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Just over 8 minutes to go here. Here's a handoff again to Menameki. He's going to charge right up the middle. He's telling the Tigers to get out of his way, and he's going to rumble down to the 15-yard line.
Looked like Marshawn Lynch on that run there. It's eventually brought down by McGilberry for the Tigers.
Here is Smith under center, handoff to McMillian, or excuse me, that's Deegan Barnett straight up the gut. He's going to roll down to about the 5-yard line. And Elkins says that he fumbled, but the refs don't agree. And I think the Eagles are going to maintain possession. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. Ball's going to be spotted right about the 5-yard line. RCB hurries to the line. Smith under center. He loses the ball on the exchange, and now the Tigers say they have it, and the officials agree. So a bad center quarterback exchange, bad snap exchange there for the Eagles. And they drive down deep into Tiger territory, but come away empty-handed, and that is number 7, Van Devender, who picks up the pieces for the Flying Eagles. So we've seen 2 fumbles by, or I should say 1 by each team, and we've seen a snap over the head of the punter and the quarterback by each team. And both of those high snaps hurt both the Tigers and the Flying Eagles. So the Eagles will try to keep the Tigers pinned inside the 20-yard line. They're actually starting from inside their 5-yard line. And here's a handoff around the left side to number 30. That looks to be McGilney. Correction, that was number 38. McGilberry.
This is the second time that the Flying Eagles defense has had the Elkins backed up And the last time Elkins did a really good job of getting some positive yards and getting out from the shadow of their end zone. We'll see if the Flying Eagles can keep them down here this time and force a punt.
2nd and 9. Ball's resting at the 6-yard line. Here's a snap back, and this snaps over the back of the head of the quarterback, and it just dribbles itself out of the back of the end zone for another safety. So Van Deventer almost was able to get a hand on that, but he couldn't. That's going to make your score 10-0 in favor of the Flying Eagles, and we've got there the hard way. A touchdown, no PAT, and 2 safeties. So we'll assume that the Elkins kicker is going to get his choice of free kick styles here.
Yeah, and again,
we should have checked on that earlier.
Yeah, we didn't know we would need that data this soon. So
thought that would wait till halftime, but apparently not.
So
it looks like he's going to kick from the tee, and we'll get a number on him as soon as he turns around here in 1 second. Looks like it's going to be number 11, Nicholas Bowers. He's going to kick from the 20-yard line. And I'm pretty sure that's where all free kicks, regardless of style, take place. And he gets a nice kick, but somebody was off sides, apparently. That's going to come back.
Yeah, it looked like it was Andrew McGilberry was across that 20 before Bowers got that kick away.
He was just excited to get down there and make the tackle.
And if you're Robert C. Byrd, you've done a great job moving the ball tonight. You just really haven't been able to finish drives. You've had 2 turnovers now, basically in scoring position. So the 2-point the safety's only 2 points, but it really hurts because now you're giving that ball back to the Flying Eagles offense, who's done a great job moving the ball.
And in the second half, we'll take bets on when the next high snap over the head of the punter quarterback is going to be. This kick is good, and it's a good kick. It's going to bounce all the way down inside the 30 for the Flying Eagles. Going to be fielded by Smith, and he's going to get up to about the 45-yard line. So what are the odds that we'll see another high snap before the half?
I would say I'm going to go right now. I will say I'm going to mark the number at 4. So I'm going to say we're going to have at least two more high snaps in this contest.
So you're saying there's going to be...
So I'll say a 4 total. So we've had
total.
2 already.
Well, we've had 3 actually.
Well, we've actually had 3. That's true. So,
but what are the? Is there a 50% chance that we have another high snap?
Oh, there will be another high snap. Now, will it lead to points? That's unseen. But I would say there's probably a pretty good chance it'll lead to points.
Two did, 1 didn't. That's Menameki with a nice little screen pass. No, correction, that's Duarte. Catches a nice little, well, not even a screen pass, but a nice little pass out into the flat from Smith, and he's going to get down to the 40-yard line or inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and that was all set up there by Rylan Rock. Rock had a great block, which allowed Duarte to get outside and up the field.
Yeah.
Good job there by Rylan Rock. Those are the plays that sometimes the fans don't see.
Right.
Got a good block, lets his receiver get up the sideline and get really good positive yards on first down.
1st and 10. Here's Smith going to throw practically the same pass on the other side of the field, but nothing doing this time. In fact, the Tigers are going to sniff that one out, and they're going to drop him for a loss of about 3 yards back to the 42-yard line. That was Rylan Rock, I believe, on the reception.
Yeah, that was Rock. And I believe it was Bowers with the tackle.
And I'm not sure how good Tigers' sense of smell is, but they definitely sniffed that one out. So 2nd and 12, ball's at the 40, 5:12 to go in the second quarter here on the last game of the season for both these teams. Smith's going to keep this, go around the left side, cut inside, and stay on his feet. Nice job of running. Now he's got Van Deventer riding him down the sideline, and finally he can't bring him down. He has to pick him up and take him out of bounds, and now there are flags going to be thrown, and that looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike on the Tigers.
Yeah, there's 2 flags thrown. There was one towards the end of the play and then one well after the end of the play. So we'll see. My bet is you're probably going to have 2 personal fouls, once against the Flying Eagles and one against the Tigers as the officials are sorting it out. The one flag is actually out of bounds. You can kind of see it down here right beside the great Doug Layfield and the sideline judge, and he throws it right.
Well, I did see a flag come in before that.
And then the other one's going to come here well late as – so there's one laying down here at the 20, and then the other flag is laying right out of bounds at about the 15. So they both happened really in close vicinity of each other.
Yeah.
So there's the first flag. And I'm not sure what, maybe a block in the –
could have been a block in the back.
Maybe a block in the back. And then the second flag is going to come in right there.
Yeah. So we got a live ball foul and a dead ball foul. And Elkins is going to run over to their sideline while the officials talk this one over.
Not sure what.
Well, whatever the calls are here, it's apparent that Junior Smith is a tough customer to bring down.
Yeah. And Dougie is making sure the officials see that flag at the 15 that's out of bounds. So it's going to be a first down as the official signaled a first down. I didn't see what else.
And again, the officials aren't mic'd up tonight, so we'll have to rely on hand signals.
So it looked like they might have picked the first flag up because they didn't normally when you have 2 flags like that. If it's a hold or a block in the back of the Flying Eagles, you'll mark that 10 yards off and then you mark 15 off against a personal foul. And they never walked the Flying Eagles back at all. And Elkins' coach wants an explanation. So I'm assuming that first flag thrown was probably picked up and end up being a personal foul against the Tigers.
So the ball is going to be spotted at the 14-yard line of the Elkins Tigers, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Flying Eagles. And we apologize, but the officials didn't signal any.
I just saw the tail end of the
okay.
The head official did signal a first down, Robert C. Byrd. So,
but maybe there had to be a penalty, but maybe they offset. Anyways, we'll play on, and that is Menameki with the carry off the left side. He'll pick up 2. That'll take the ball down to the 12-yard line. 2nd and goal. Well, correction, 2nd and 7. Robert C. Byrd can pick up a first down inside the 4-yard line. Smith under center. And he's going to hand that off to Menameki, and Menameki is going to stumble down to about the 5-yard line.
It's going to be close to a first down. We'll
Very
see
close.
If they give it to him. And it's going to be just a bit short.
So the Eagles face a 3rd and 7 now. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. Be nice if they could punch this one in. No chance of a high snap here. Smith under center. Here's a handoff. Menameki, he's going to bulldoze his way into the end zone for the Flying Eagle touchdown.
Going to go down as a 6-yard touchdown run for Menameki.
So Robert C. Byrd will attempt the 2-point conversion. And Smith in the shotgun, good snap. He's going to keep it, go around the right side, and he's going to be tripped up short of the goal line. So the PAT is no good for the Flying Eagles. But they do take the lead, and they increase their margin of by 16 points, 16-0. The Flying Eagles on top of the Elkins Tigers. We'll be back to Robert C. Byrd High School after this. Back at one Flying Eagle way, or one Eagle way, I should say. I added the flying there. Shouldn't have. Robert C. Byrd on top, 16-zip, 3:36 left in the second quarter. Here's the kickoff by the Flying Eagles. It bounces at the 20. It's picked up by the Tigers. That's number 8, Lopez. And he's going to take the ball up to about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Tigers, or Elkins, will set up shop.
McMillian with the special teams tackle for the Flying Eagles.
And we got to talk about the fact that the Flying Eagles are young. They're going to have a lot of players back next year. McMillian will be a junior. Smith will be a sophomore. Latrell Jones will be a senior. Newson will be a junior, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, only, like I said, looking ahead to next season,
yeah.
If you're Coach Scott, you're, from what you started to where this team has ended the season, right, you've got to be really happy and excited, right, to what 2024 could be.
Exactly. So Van Devender keeps it for Elkins. He goes around the left side, picks up about 2 yards, 3 yards, we'll say. 2nd and 7 under center. Here's a handoff off the right side. Number 11, Bowers with the carry. He's going to pick up 2 yards. We have an official's timeout. And actually, it's going to be a Robert C. Byrd timeout. So Robert C. Byrd maybe just taking a timeout. They had all 3 left. Correction, they had 2 left, but maybe they just needed a breather. So we'll take a timeout while they take a timeout and be right back.
From country to Christian, rock and roll to blues and soul, the Robinson Grand Performing Arts Center in the heart of downtown Clarksburg is your destination for spectacular live events and memory-making experiences. Visit therobinsongrand.com to find the next show you're coming to see.
Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School, One Eagle Way. Elkins facing a 3rd and 5 here inside their 40-yard line. Here's Van Deventer. He's going to roll out. He's looking to pass downfield. He's got a guy wide open, and he's going to overthrow him.
It was intended there for Lopez.
Lopez broke open about the 40-yard line, and I just don't think Van Deventer saw him because he was wide open.
Yeah, he missed opportunity for sure for Elkins on a big 3rd down, and we'll see what they decide to do.
Breakdown in the defensive backfield, and that is going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you're backed up in your own territory at your own 36 yard line. Now that, no, they're still going to go for it.
Yeah, Van Deventer's under center. And looks like they're going to try to draw Robert C. Byrd off sides. Nothing doing. So Robert C. Byrd holds. No jumps. No runs, no drips, no errors.
The bigger question is, will there be a high snap on this punt?
Will there be a high snap?
So I'm going to take the over and say yes.
Want to thank once again all the seniors. Tonight was senior night for Robert C. Byrd. They honored the football team, the boys and girls soccer teams, the volleyball team, the cheerleaders, and I think I left out cross country earlier. So we want to thank all the seniors here at Robert C. Byrd for their dedication and hard work they put in, some of them for 4 years. But even if you put in one season full of work, it's very extensive. And I think golf maybe also. The band was recognized last week on their senior night. So kudos to the student athletes here at Robert C. Byrd that put in all the hard work, the extra hours, and the time. So Elkins will punt. That's number 72 for the
Elkins
Tigers. Owen Stanley.
Elkins only had 10 players on the field. The 11th finally runs on.
So a good snap, good kick, and that's going to bounce at the 40, and the Eagles are going to stay away from it. It's going to roll down to the 35, 34-yard line where the Flying Eagles will take over. 2:32 left to go in the second quarter. Lopez downs the ball for the Flying Eagles.
We'll see if good chance here for Robert C. Byrd to kind of work a 2-minute drill here at the end of the season, try to see if they can find the end zone right before half.
So they'll open up with Smith in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He is going to look to throw. Here's a quick pass to Newson, hauled in at the 40-yard line. He goes down immediately. That'll keep the clock turning. Pick up a 5.
Dylan Fortney right there for Elkins.
And we didn't make it to Elkins for the Forest Festival this year.
No.
Like we did last year.
But that's a great festival.
That is. They always have a big game there with the Elkins Tigers in the heart of the Monongahela Forest. Beautiful fall colors this year. Here's a second down. Smith's going to keep the ball, and he's going to roll around the left side, and flags are thrown.
Yeah, it looked like, not sure, might have been a blind side block there. I know Cam Newson tried to get that extra block there. He came in right there, so either blind side or maybe more of a block in the back there.
He really didn't get much of them though, but just enough. Yeah, definitely Newson or the defender for Elkins was not looking for sure. So that is going to back the Eagles up. And really, it wouldn't have affected the play had Newson not done anything.
No, that's just a player there trying to do a little bit extra, trying to hustle, get an extra block. When it's all said and done, it really didn't affect the play, and you didn't even need to do it.
Here's a deep pass down the field. Smith has his man. That is number. We'll get a number on that. It's hard to see, but that's a heck of a touchdown pass. A bomb, if you will.
And it looked like that was
number
McAtee.
86, Bryson McAtee, on the reception. Yeah, it is indeed Bryson McAtee. That may be his first reception of the year, but he is wide open, hauls in a nice pass over his right shoulder, and races into the end zone for the Flying Eagle touchdown.
If that was his first catch of the season, he didn't make it look like it because that was a difficult catch right there.
So a great pitch and catch by the Flying Eagle offense. Now they're going to kick it, and that's going to be McAtee again. So he's got a chance to score 7 points all on his own right here, and he can't do it. So kudos to McAtee, but he just can't get that 7th point on the board. So that makes it 22-0, 1:45 left to go in the second quarter here at Robert C. Byrd High School. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School. We're having a laugh here in the end zone.
In the
press box as the Flying Eagles get set to kick off. Here's McAtee, and he's going to get a nice kickoff down to the 5-yard line. It bounces. The deep receiver for Elkins can't hold on to the ball, and he's going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. That was number 34, Dylan Fortney.
And I can tell you this, you don't see a whole lot of starting quarterbacks as your gunner running down there.
No.
And Junior Smith just had him dead to right.
Yeah.
And great tackle there by – now, Coach Scott might not like seeing that, but he's one tough kid. Great job there on special teams.
And I would venture to say that next year he won't be on the kickoff team.
But we talked about that early in the game with having not a whole lot of depth and light rosters. You're going to have starters play special teams, and you can't take those plays off.
Because if you do, then something happens and you get scored upon, you get hurt. So here are the Tigers on a first down run. Fortney with the carry. He's going to get maybe 3 yards. Bring up second down. We were laughing as we came back from break about McAtee's shot at scoring 7 points in a row, and I wondered how many times players score consecutive points in a row in football. And I said after some discussion that, field goal kickers have the best chance to do that. And then, Jonathan, you said that we saw that in the Oklahoma State game.
West Virginia scored a touchdown, and then they kicked the field goal. So. If you want to consider the PAT being a point, which it is a point, so.
And then you lost me there.
So
but would the same player have scored the points like McAtee had a chance to do there?
I will be hitting the archives tonight. We will find.
I will be hitting the pillow today. So Elkins is going to call the timeout with 58 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Your Eagles on top, 22-0. The WI Middle School football team is going to be honored here at halftime. They are the feeder school for Robert C. Byrd High School. the band will cede to them at some point during halftime. Last time, a lot of these seniors on the football team and in the band will be on this field as competitors or participants tonight. So sort of a bittersweet ending, but
if you can walk away with a win, it'll always feel better.
Can. And while most of them have enjoyed their time here, they're ready to move on to the next phase of life, is which you should be ready to do. Some may be more anxious to get out of here than others. So Elkins looks at a 3rd and 6. It's important that they pick up this first down here. Robert C. Byrd has one timeout left, so if they get a stop here, they could stop the clock, force a punt, and maybe try to put some more points on the board here. Here's Van Deventer. He's going to throw the ball and way off target, intended for number 10. That was Caden Ramirez. So that is going to bring up 4th down, and Robert C. Byrd doesn't have to stop the clock there.
Yeah, I understand Elkins trying to pick up that first down by throwing the ball, but that's the negative of it. If you don't complete it and pick up the first down, you stop the clock, and now you're going to kick the ball back to Robert C. Byrd and give them one timeout.
And we'll check our high snap percentages here as Elkins gets ready to punt. This is the same scenario we had in the first quarter in the other end zone, and it's a perfect snap this time and a nice kick. And Smith's going to say no thank you. He's going to back away from that. The ball's going to roll almost out to the 50, so a good decision by Smith to let it go. He does, however, let some time run off the clock.
Yeah, most likely, if you could, it was somewhat of a short kick, but you really want your return man to kind of run up, fair catch that, so that way it stops the clock right over. Because Elkins ran about probably an extra 8 to 10 seconds off that clock once that ball rolled before they downed it.
Right. Yeah, and they could have, in theory, let it roll until the official blew it down.
Yeah.
So, 41 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Smith is looking to throw the ball. Now he's going to keep the ball, and he's going to run, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So a pickup of about 7. Yeah, good gain on first down.
Yeah, good job there by Smith. Elkins is playing the pass. They've got 3 defensive backs there, much deeper than what they normally play, and Smith just pulled the ball and got what he could and got out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a good decision by Smith. Second and 3, ball's at the 41-yard line. Quick pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Newson at about the 33-yard line. Just not enough on it there.
Yeah, just really low. Newson really didn't have a chance. He tried to go down and get underneath of it, but
and that doesn't hurt I should say it doesn't help the Flying Eagles, but it doesn't necessarily hurt them either. 3rd and 3. Here's Smith looking to pass. He's going to keep the ball, and he's going to get down to about the 33-yard line. And the clock will stop to move the chains, but the Eagles are going to call timeout, I believe. And indeed they are. 29 seconds to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this. All right, back at Robert C. Byrd High School. Robert C. Byrd facing, well, they actually have a 1st and 10 now. And Smith's going to roll around the right side. He wanted to throw it, but I think he realized he was beyond the line of scrimmage or closely approaching it, and he keeps it, and he runs down to the, the 22-yard line?
It's going to be another first down. So really good job on this drive. Elkins knows that the Flying Eagles want to throw the ball, and Junior Smith's doing a really good job with his decision-making in this last stole. Really 49. They got the ball back with about 49 seconds to go. So he's done a really good job of not forcing anything down the field and taking what the defense has given him.
He has. And I'm not so sure that a lot of those weren't design runs anyway, and he's just dropping back to kind of move the defenders back, and then he's keeping the ball. He is going to look to pass this time. He's got a open receiver. A heck of a catch by Duarte in the end zone. He hit him, he bobbled it, he corralled it, and he falls backwards across the goal line for the Robert C. Byrd touchdown.
And Junior Smith took a hit. He stood in there. Let's see this on.
Here it is on replay.
He took a hit.
Yes, he did. And that'd probably be a flag in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I can't tell whether he came out or not. I assume he's still in there. And that's football, though, ladies and gentlemen. So that is Rylan Rock now at quarterback.
Looks like maybe a penalty, so delay a game on the Eagles, so it's going to make the 2-point try just a little bit harder. Haven't been very successful on them tonight, so.
And Junior Smith says, I'm going to take this play off, Coach. He's walking by himself all the way down the sideline. He's staying out of the way of the action. So here's Rock. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to keep it, and is he going to get into the end zone? Yes, sir. So Rock with a nice little keeper around the end zone on his senior night. So the Flying Eagles take the lead, or increase their lead to 30-0. 16 seconds to go here in the second quarter at Robert C. Byrd High School. We'll be back after these messages.
From country to Christian, rock and roll to blues and soul, the Robinson Graham Performing Arts Center in the heart of downtown Clarksburg is your destination for spectacular live events and memory-making experiences. Visit therobinsongrand.com to find the next show you're coming to see.
Back at Robert C. Byrd High School, talking about how nice it is to live in Elkins. Although none of us want to do it, we definitely want to go up there on vacation. There was the kickoff. I don't think any time came off the clock, though, actually.
No, it's going to be a flag. It went out of bounds, so.
You can come up here if you want.
Not a whole lot of mistakes by the Flying Eagles tonight, but that was one of them.
One of them, yeah.
So, but most likely, I would say the Elkins Tigers are probably going to they might run the ball here one time and then
take a knee.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they took a knee and went into half trying to make some adjustments.
Yeah. We'll see what they end up doing here. And they haven't really been able to mount much on offense tonight. Although they've tried, they've given it a great effort.
Yeah, they were threatening with their second drive of the game down in the end zone, but they just the drive sputtered and.
So they are going to try to throw the ball, and it's going to be deep downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by that is Duarte. Almost lost it, colliding with Ryland Rock.
Yeah, he really intercepted it from his own player. Duarte and Ryland Rock were the two closest players there, and Duarte says, "No, Ryland, you just scored. I scored the touchdown. You had the 2-point conversion, so I'm going to take the interception here." So,
and we're certainly are fairly sure that Robert C. Byrd will just take a knee here with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And if you're a Flying Eagle fan, good news is Junior Smith trots out there. So,
yeah. Smith under center. And he is just going to drop back and he's going to kneel it. And that'll run the clock out here in the first half. Your Flying Eagles on top by a score of 30-0 on senior night. A nice offensive effort by the Flying Eagles and a nice defensive effort also, too, in the first half.
Yeah, really good kind of putting that whole thing together. We talked earlier about Robert C. Byrd's very much a ground team. They've really done a nice job. Junior Smith's thrown 2 touchdowns here tonight. They've kind of put everything together, and then, again, people don't understand holding that goose egg right now on the scoreboard. In this day and age of football, it's hard to keep people out of the end zone. So defensively, Robert C. Byrd's doing a really good job and not giving much up to the Elkins Tigers.
So, once again, your Flying Eagles on top, 30-0 over the Elkins Tigers. We're going to let you enjoy the halftime here, the band, the Robert C. Byrd High School Band, and the WI football team being honored, and we'll see you back here for the second half.
We want to say what a successful year these young men have had, going 8-1 in their regular season. Their only loss was to Taylor County Middle by 2 points. WI played the Knights again for their conference championship, and the Hilltoppers came out victorious with a score of 38-14. And please join me here in recognizing the 2023 back-to-back Mid-8 Conference champions. Starting with our 6th grade, Brantley Backus, Xavier Turner, Dylan Gay, and Luke Riley. 7th graders, Elijah Holmes, Kale West, Titan Boyce, Landon Lee, Ellsworth Jones, Jacoby Magruder, Jacob Clark, Jason Howell, Devontae Ware, Dante Necito, Cole Griffin, Eston Hill, Aiden Post, Sean Golden, Drake Roberts, Randy Bent, and Daniel Tim, and your 8th graders, Isaac Barksdale, Brody Stout, Ryland Bryant, Brody Henning, Tyler Henley, Sean Adams, Julian Swagger, Jackson Thomas, Daryl Boone, James Gentile, Anthony Wright, Logan Tuck, Gabe Backus, Yasiel Ortiz, Luke Hendricks, Asia Smith, Jericho Yoho, RJ Adams, and Isaiah Calvert. The Hilltoppers are coached by head coach John Mayer, assisted by Richard Aquina and Steve Hasty, with team manager Chris Jones. Congratulations, players and coaches. Let's give them all time. We are giving a huge round of applause for our back-to-back Mid-8 Conference champions. and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the field the 2023 edition of the Robert C. Byrd Eagles Marching Band. Tonight's show is titled Mountaineers of Note, representing historical West Virginia, featuring Into the Clouds, Ain't No Sunshine, and Take Me Home Country Roads. Solos this evening are from Ryan Schreiber, Matthew Nutter, Jude Kenning, Skylar McGarry, and Sage McManus. The band is led on the field by Junior Field Commander Ryan Schreiber, Drum Captain Bryce Diddle. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Ryan C. Band, and Arch Martin would like to take a moment to congratulate and recognize our beloved principal, Mr. Gibson, on his upcoming promotion. Thank you, Mr. Gibson, for all your years of support for the band, the students, and community. You have truly made a difference not only for our band program, but also each and every student who has been a part of our school over the last decade. Thank you for your shining example of how to be a great leader. You have consistently placed the needs of others over your own in order to make sure everyone's student and teacher alike are not only learning and growing, but also cared for and made to feel welcome. You will truly be missed by your faculty, staff, and students. We are so happy for you and wish you the best on your next adventure. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we dedicate this final halftime performance to our competition field show to you, Mr. Gibson. Thank you for your heart, compassion, and your years of service to our school and community. May the road rise up to meet you.
Almost heaven, West Virginia. Since 1863, the Mountain State has been pivotal in the history of our nation. West Virginians like Katherine Johnson, Homer Hickam, Chuck Yeager, Bill Withers, and Herschel Woody Williams have pioneered innovation in the aerospace industry, music, as well as in service to our country. Brigadier General Chuck Yeager was the first man to break the sound barrier. Homer Hickam was the inventor of the rocket engine, which sent us to space. And Katherine Johnson was a mathematician responsible for the moon landing. All three are pioneers in the aerospace industry, and we honor them today. in southern West Virginia. Three-time Grammy winner Bill Withers rose to stardom with songs like Lean on Me, Lovely Day, and Ain't No Sunshine. After serving in the U.S. Navy, Bill Withers went on to define the baritone voice in the genres of soul, jazz, and blues. He embodied what it meant to be from Appalachia. We honor his musical innovation and the spirit of West Virginians. Like President John F. Kennedy once said, the sun doesn't always shine in West Virginia, but its people do. Montani Semper Liberi, or Mountaineers are always free. We've called the Mountain State home for the last 160 years. Throughout our history, West Virginians have paved the way for innovation. Heroes, such as Herschel Woody Williams, the World War II Medal of Honor recipient, have not only served our country honorably, but they have given back to the Mountain State in more ways than we can count. Our last selection is one of the 4 state songs of West Virginia, and we dedicate the culmination of the show to the men and women who have fought for and served our state and country in the armed forces. Mountaineers like Woody Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Robert C. Byrd Eagle Marching Band.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
And the winner is Tammy Diddle.
Another one. DJ Khaled.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Crash.
Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School. The second half kickoff is underway. Robert C. Byrd will kick to the Elkins Tigers. They'll bring the ball out to about the 30-yard line.
That was Fortney on the return for Elkins.
30-0. Your Eagles on top, having their way with Elkins tonight. Flying high in the sky. And finally, we have some football weather, Jonathan.
Yeah, nice evening. Not too cold, not too warm.
I took a stroll at halftime, and it's brisk, but it's doable. But we're warm and cozy inside the booth here. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 30-yard line. Here's a running play that's going nowhere in a hurry.
That was Fortney again. McMillian with the stop.
A little bit of laundry here that we'll have to check on.
Looks like it's going to be against the Eagles.
Yeah, and I think a blocker just threw a defender, just kind of tackled him sumo. Well, not sumo, but wrestling style.
Yeah, so
took him to the ground.
They called holding on the defense, which
yeah,
you don't see that a whole lot in high school football.
Yeah, he definitely had a hold of him. So the ball moves out to the 40, gives Elkins a fresh set of downs. New quarterback into the game for the Tigers. That's Sourwine, and he's going to hand off to number 1, Harding. And Harding's going to race down to the 34, 33-yard line. And here's a flag on the play after the action, so we'll see what this is all about.
Yeah, Harding was tackled by Rylan Rock, and I'm pretty sure Harding said something after the play.
Good tackle by Rock. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's against the Eagles, so it must. Rylan Rock somebody must have said something.
Yeah.
Because it looked like a pretty clean play for the most part.
We're not allowed to mic up high school players, nor do we have the money to do so. So we can't really hear everything that's going to be said down there. So unless they do something that we can see, we don't really know what happens. So that's going to move the ball to the 20-yard line, well inside Flying Eagle territory. And here's a handoff up the gut. That's number 11, Bowers, for the Tigers. He's going to churn his way all the way down to about the 2 or 3 yard line. So Elkins getting some nice yardage here, a nice little drive to start the second half with the help of some Robert C. Byrd penalties.
Yeah, Montero there eventually dragging Bowers down before he gets into the end zone. And Elkins has really driven this ball down now. Just now a minute, and they're already at the inside the 5.
So here's a handoff to Bowers, and he's going to go off the left side into the end zone. So we're not sure whether the quarterback change helped stimulate that drive or not. Again, that was Nathaniel Sourwine, who is a 9th grader, a freshman, listed on our roster as such. Not sure if Van Devender is injured or he's at a different position. I didn't see him at a different position on that drive, I don't believe. So here's the PAT. Snaps down, kicks up, and that looks like it is good. And I could have sworn that was no good, but it is good. So.
And to your point, Bowers just had a touchdown run, and he just kicked the PAT. So
there we go. So he scored 7 points there. Back-to-back without any time coming off the clock. That's going to make it 30-7. The Tigers trying to claw their way back into this one slowly. 10:49 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back after these messages. Here's an onside kick by the Tigers, and they're going to recover. The Flying Eagles not expecting that.
And that was Bowers, the kicker, recovered his own onside kick.
Yeah. So once again, he's had his hands on the last 3 plays, scoring on only 2 of those. And Robert Seabird definitely was not expecting that. Bowers kicked it and ran down to touch it.
And Bowers,
fastest man on the field.
Yeah, and that's a difficult play right there because it's hard for anybody not to touch that ball, but you've got to let it go 10 yards, so he did a good job.
Right. So here's a pitch to number 11, Bowers. Again, he's going to roll around the right side, and he's going to pick up positive yards.
So Elkins may have found something here in this second half with Bowers. He's been, Coach, give me the ball, and I'm going to put the team on my back and do everything I can.
Yeah. So Robert C. Bird's defense has got to come up stout here. Still the freshman, number 3, Sauerwein for the Tigers. And this may have been planned. Who knows? He hands it off to number 34. He'll roll around the left side. That's Dylan Fortney.
Fortney brought down there by Deegan Barnett was the first tackler there for the Flying Eagles.
With it being the last game of the season, you may want to give your quarterback that you think is going to be here next year a opportunity in the second half to play a little bit, get some game experience under his belt. Third and 3. Here's a snap back and there's a fumble. Just a bad handoff between Sauerwein and the running back.
Yeah, but it fell kind of a weird exchange there between quarterback and Bowers, the running back. Luckily, it fell right in front of Bowers, and he was able to jump right back on it.
Snap was high, and quarterback couldn't get it down to where he could hand it off to Bowers quick enough. So it's going to be a 4th and 5. We'll see if the Tigers can pick this one up. Here's Sauerwein in the shotgun. Moves Bowers up to his side. He's going to roll out to the left. Looking to throw. He's going to dump a pass out to Bowers, and Bowers is going to be stopped short of the first down.
That was Harding.
On the reception. Correction.
So Harding had a shot at it, but a good tackle coming up and tackling him before he gets to the sticks there is Junior Smith and Gail Adams.
So Robert C. Bird gets out of trouble there. They'll take over at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Smith in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Jones. Jones is going to roll around the left side, stay in bounds, and get down to about the 45-yard line. So gain of about 14 there. Correction, that was Duarte on the end around, or the...
And again, a good job there by the Flying Eagles offense of really sealing that left edge, letting Duarte ton of running room.
Not really an end around, but Duarte came in motion and took the handoff. Call it what you will. Ball's at the 46. Here's a bad snap. Smith's just going to fall on it back at the 45-yard line.
Really not a whole lot there for Junior Smith to do other than just kind of fall on it to keep possession.
Just under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Flying Eagles up 30-7, doing battle against the Tigers out of Elkins. Here's a snap back. Junior Smith's going to lob a pass downfield. It's caught by, we'll have to check that, number 5, Rock. He's going to pick up about 5 yards, short of the sticks. They'll spot the ball at the 42-yard line. And we have an injury on the field, and that does appear to be Rock.
Yeah, Rock was forced out there by Bowers, and it looks just to be a cramp.
Yeah.
They're stretching, and he's up. Now, wasn't putting any weight on it. Now he's trying to walk that cramp off.
Third and 7 facing the Flying Eagles. Ball's at the far hash mark on the right side of the field. They'll take a look at Rock on the sidelines here, stretch him out, try to get him back in as soon as possible. In the meantime, Smith will take the snap, RPO. He's going to keep it. He's going to be hit and then spins off of that tackler and gets an extra 2 yards.
Bowers and Lambert both there combining for the tackle.
And they're going to give him a better spot than I initially thought he got.
Yeah, they walked it up about another yard.
Yeah.
So
he may have stretched the ball out, and we might not have been able to see that. It is going to be 4th down, 4th and 3 to be exact. Smith's in the shotgun. And he's dropping back to pass. Nice little pass. High, but it's going to be caught, and they're going to say it's good. So a nice catch there by number 2, or correction, that was number 86, Bryson McAtee. So I initially looked like that pass was going to be too high.
Yeah, really good job there by McAtee going up and really high pointing that football and getting 1 foot down.
Good job to bring it down. So a fresh set of downs, 6:47 in the third quarter here. 30-7, your Flying Eagles on top. Smith in the shotgun. Man in motion. Here's a handoff. That looks to be Newson, I believe. Second game of the season. He'll get down to about the 25-yard line. Pickup of about 8. Same play that they gave the ball to Rock on. Or Duarte, I should say, a few plays ago.
Yeah, so far tonight, Robert C. Byrd, they really have enjoyed and had some good success running off the left tackle, getting outside the numbers there on the left side of that offensive line.
Here's Smith straight up the middle. This is coming back, though, because the official throws a flag, and it's probably going to be holding. Smith's going to get down and score anyways.
We'll see what the call was, or what the call is.
And
it is a hold.
Officials are going to say it's a hold.
So it would have been a top 10, possibly Sports Center play.
Yeah.
For a touchdown, now gets called back for holding. But the good news is Junior Smith will get to try it again.
Yeah, and he'll get to try to produce even a longer touchdown run. Second and 12. Smith looks to throw deep. He's got McAtee. Oh, and McAtee has it in his hands and drops it. It was almost a copycat of the play he scored on in the second half.
And he knew it. He had it, and just at the last second, not sure if he thought he was going to get hit or if he just took his eyes off the ball.
He's running wide open down the seam. Nice ball placement by Smith, and he just can't quite bring it in. Good effort, though, all around. 3rd and 12. Smith takes the snap, rolls right, looks to throw. He's got the ball. He's got a receiver, and the ball's in and out of the hands of Duarte.
Yeah, he had Duarte just a little bit high and a little bit behind Duarte.
We'll take a look at it here on the replay. Thought the ball was a little bit hard, too. Not really, but actually that's probably a ball that Duarte should have caught.
Yeah, looking at the replay, it was
wobbly a little bit. Sometimes that can throw a receiver off.
Definitely a catchable ball.
So 4th and 12. And you figure this is going to be a pass.
And the Eagles are going to take a timeout.
Yeah. And this is a good area to go for it at your 35-yard line. Their punting game has not been that good this year, but they could try that pooch punt.
Yeah, we've seen Junior Smith and really both him and Ryland Rock, when Ryland's been in at quarterback, have both used that pooch punt a lot this year, and for the most part, they've done a good job. That's a lot harder than what people think it is to do, is to stand back there and pooch punt, because you're not quite as deep as a regular punter.
Right.
So we'll see what.
And they could get in punt formation, and Smith could look at the defense and see what he has, and then he could decide whether he's going to pooch it or try to run a play at that point.
Take a look at a couple scores real quick. North of us in Marion County, number 4 Fairmont Senior leads number 8 East Fairmont 34-7 in the third quarter. Roane County, number 3 in Class AA, they lead Oak Glen 21-14 in the third. Bridgeport AAA, number 8 leads number 14 in AA Lincoln 49-14.
Thank you, Jonathan. So here's a 4th and 12. Smith is going to drop back and throw the ball. He's got a receiver deep in the end zone, and a high point by, that's Newson, I believe again, went up over the defender and came away with the ball and the touchdown. And he wants to dance, but his teammates are there quickly to say, let's wait to dance later on. You got to like the enthusiasm, though. So Smith with a nice spiral. He throws a nice ball.
Yeah, he's been, other than his one interception that he underthrew early in the first quarter, he does throw the deep ball really nice, and it's very accurate.
Yeah. So a great job, even more so by Newson to go up and get that ball just up over the receiver. Here's a bad snap, and ironically, Smith's going to score on that bad snap. So that may be the oddest play tonight, where Robert C. Byrd actually tried the PAT. We'll look at it again here. Well, now we're going to look at the touchdown here. But Junior Smith scores 2 points on a bad snap on the PAT attempt to make it 38-7, 5:41 remaining in the third quarter here. We'll take a break from Robert C. Byrd High School and be back after this.
From country to Christian, rock and roll to blues and soul, the Robinson Graham Performing Arts Center in the heart of downtown Clarksburg is your destination for spectacular live events and memory-making experiences. Visit therobinsongrand.com to find the next show you're coming to see.
So with the score 38-7 here at Robert C. Byrd High School, the Eagles kick off. Van Devender for the Eagles deep receives the ball. He'll bring it out to about the 25-yard line. That's where the Tigers will begin their second possession of the third quarter. So a nice answer by the Flying Eagles to the touchdown scored by the Tigers. Sauerwein stays in at quarterback for Elkins. Bowers to his right. Here's a handoff to Bowers around the left side. He's going to pick up good yardage. He's going to pick up 5 or 6, we'll say. Run out of bounds by Robert C. Byrd.
With Sauerwein at quarterback, I've noticed the Tigers, they've ran a lot more of their offensive sets out of shotgun rather than under center. Previously, they'd been under center a lot this evening, and now with Sauerwein coming in, he's been more out of shotgun, and they've had a little bit more success.
Yeah. And number 7, Van Deventer, is on the sidelines. He's standing. He doesn't appear to be hurt, so, again, this may have been planned. Late flag on that play.
That was Harding on the carry for Elkins. And this is going to be a personal foul, just going to decide on which team it was on.
A little bit of extracurricular activity there to the top of your screen. It's going to go against the Eagles.
And I'll tell you one thing, if you're Coach Austin Scott, you're definitely not happy with the personal fouls here tonight. That's about the 4th personal foul against the Flying Eagles.
And that's going to cause Coach Scott to want the clock to run.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here, get to the weight room in the off season, and plan for next year.
Yeah. The one thing in football you don't want to do is you don't want to give free yards.
Right.
And when you're up, you don't want to stop the clock. And that's exactly what Robert C. Bird's doing right now.
I formation for the Tigers. Flags thrown before the play can get off the ground. It's going to be a false start against Elkins. That'll back them up 5. Once again, we want to thank the administration at Robert C. Byrd High School for putting these games together. Principal Steve Gibson, Assistant Principal Dr. Jamie Looker, and Assistant Principal Eric Post. Eric Post, the athletic director at the school, handling all the prep work for the games, football, soccer, volleyball, you name it. Here's the Tigers on a snap, fumbling the ball. They jump on it. That's Sauerwein. RCB says they have the ball, they do. Sure looked to me like Sauerwein got back on that ball.
Yeah, it was a bad exchange between Sauerwein and Bowers.
We'll see here. Yeah, no. Robert C. Byrd did get it. Bowers, or I should say Sauerwein was first to the ball, but Byrd got it.
And it looked like Gail Adams was the Flying Eagle that came up with that fumble.
Yes. Here's a handoff straight up the gut to Jones. Jones has been limited tonight with that ankle. He'll pick up about, correction, that might have been, that was number 45, my pardon, Deegan Barnett. He'll get about 8 yards.
It's confusing, number 1 and 45.
Yeah. To my eyes, they're very confusing. To others' eyes, it's probably plain as day. Here's another handoff straight up the middle. I'll let you handle the number.
Look like Barnett again there. So back-to-back carries for Barnett. And a host of Tigers bringing him down.
And along with the administration, I want to thank all the other faculty and staff at Robert C. Byrd that put in their time and volunteer to work these football games, the soccer games, the volleyball games. Those things don't happen by themselves. They require a lot of hard work and extra effort. Here is Menemeki with a handoff. Nothing doing for the Tigers, or for the Elkins, I should say for the Eagles, as the Tiger defense stands him up at the line of scrimmage. And Jonathan, I want to thank you too for adding your unique perspective and being able to do these games with you. It's always a joy to do that. We talk about football the rest of the time that we're together, so we might as well do it while we're on air.
Exactly. So it's been fun.
Yeah, and we'll be together for the Flying Eagles varsity boys basketball season upcoming here in several weeks.
Looking forward to that and see what Coach Basil Lucas and the Flying Eagles can do this year.
Yeah. I know he's excited about the upcoming season. Here is number 1, Jones, on a shot straight up the middle. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down marker. 3rd and 10. Correction, it's going to be 4th down now. No, 3rd and 3 at the 32-yard line. And also I want to thank David Oliverio, our producer. He just does everything. He is based at the county office. He's waving high, but he comes up here. He spends a lot of time. I see him at the school during the day. I'm not sure what he's doing, but I know it's important. But he does a heck of a job for us here. He's doing something worthwhile. I know that.
Yeah, a lot of behind-the-scenes work.
Yes, exactly.
Goes into all these events that
that
sometimes the public doesn't always see. So.
Yeah, and he's been instrumental in getting this broadcast off the ground and keeping it going. And again, he'll be with us too for the basketball season. Also want to thank Anthony Corsini for his fine camera work.
He's braving the elements tonight.
Yes. Student here at Robert C. Byrd High School.
Flag on this play. It's going to be an offsides on Elkins. That was Caden Ramirez. Got a little too antsy.
Just trying to get a jump. So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. Smith under center, handoff straight up the middle. That looks to be Barnett with the carry. That'll move the chains. That'll give the Flying Eagles a first down. Ball spotted at the 11-yard line. They can still get a first down, but they may not need to if they put the ball in the end zone.
And the Eagles have had the ball a lot down in Elkins territory, but almost every time they've been able to get a first down.
Yeah, they have. That's true. That's unusual.
They haven't had a lot of first and goals from the 10. Or
right.
They've all had the opportunity to keep the drive alive and get a first down.
The worst thing is to get first and goal at the 8 or the 9 or the 7 or
looked like a false start on that play against the Flying Eagles, so that'll back them up.
It's about as unusual as scoring 10 points on a touchdown and 2 safeties. So here's a handoff to Jones. He's going around the right side, nothing doing. You can tell that ankle is just kind of bothering him. He's not cutting as quickly and as sharply as he was at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that was Ramirez again with the stop for Elkins.
2nd and 14, and the Eagles are probably going to let this play clock run out and take things to the fourth quarter, up 38-7. Indeed, they are. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter after this.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
High School, here's Smith in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. Now he's going to run, and he was going to run, but the official was standing there, so that makes him juke to his right, and he's going to be brought down about the 10-yard line. I think he was going to go right where the official was standing.
Yeah, so Ramirez gets the tackle for Elkins, and we'll give the assist to the official.
Yeah, if you watch on the replay right here, yeah, I don't know. 80 was bearing down too. Brings up 3rd and 10. Ball's at the 11. He's going to pass. He's going to get the ball out, and they're going to say he was down. So he was going to pass, then he was going to run. At the last second, he tried to throw the ball, but I think it was out of his hands or his knee was down before it was out of his hands, I should say.
Yeah, we'll take a look and see here on the replay. I thought he got the ball out. Maybe not. Tough to tell from that angle. It looked like he had Cam Newson up top there open. There was a little bit of pressure off of that edge, which kind of forced Junior to kind of roll out, not really roll out, but scramble a little bit to his right.
That's one of the few times tonight that Elkins has been able to get pressure. So here's another pass into the end zone, and just out of the hands of Duarte, I believe, was the intended receiver. So a nice idea.
Yeah, and again, a beautifully placed ball by Junior Smith. Really put that where only Duarte could come down with it, or it was going to be an incompletion. And almost made a miraculous catch there. I mean, that just a beautiful thrown ball.
So Elkins is going to take over on downs. Ball's at the 16-yard line, 10:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Robert C. Byrd up 38-7. Here is, and a nice hit over on the far side. Not sure who the ball carrier was there. Fortney. It's going to be Fortney with the carry. And he'll pick up the first down. Hard hit out of bounds.
Yeah, big hit there by Duarte. Probably upset that he couldn't get that last touchdown catch, so he's taking it out on Fortney.
Mm-hmm. That moves the ball out to the 27-yard line for Elkins. Here's a handoff going around the left side. That looks to be Bowers, and he's going to be drugged down for no gain.
Gil Adams and a host of Flying Eagles there surround Bowers and contain him for a 2-yard loss.
Deacon Barnett in on the tackle also. Second and 12 is what the Tigers will face now. Hustle to the line. Sourwine under center, takes the snap. Around the right side. And we've got another flag on the play.
And a host of Eagle tacklers there. And it's going to be a face mask against the Flying Eagles defense. Not sure who it was on.
So that'll move the ball out to the 35-yard line. And here's a nice running play around the right side, almost down to the 50-yard line.
That was Bowers again.
And another flag down. And that may be holding. So we're going back and forth and back and forth.
And it is going to be a hold against the Tigers.
And here's another flag. And that looks like it may be on the Elkins coaching sideline. No, it's going to be against Robert C. Byrd.
Now, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's on Duarte as he's coming out of the game now.
And somebody had to have said something that time because there was practically no players.
And really not. Really nobody even in the vicinity of the head official who threw the flag. So he must have said something pretty loudly. Or
it was a dead ball. Nobody was even facing the official. No players were in contact with anybody else or with anybody else.
And it must have been on Duarte because he came out and he's upset with himself.
So 2nd and 2.
No, I think that's going to be
a 48-yard line. 2nd and 10. 1st and 10, I should say. Yes,
yeah,
1st and 10.
Should have been an automatic first.
And do we have another flag?
Yeah, it looked like there was another flag. I didn't see it thrown. It was an incomplete pass. So, and the ball went out of bounds. Unless they're ruling sour, they could have ruled sour wine down.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. So here's a pitch on 2nd and 7. And another flag, and that's definitely going to be a hold or a WWE takedown.
Yeah, that was good pressure there on the edge by Barnett. He was tackled by Aiden Lambert. Barnett doing his best impression of T.J. Watt on that outside edge there.
So Elkins just not able to get anything going offensively like they did in the first drive of the third quarter tonight. Marched the ball right down the field with the help of some Robert C. Byrd penalties.
And the officials may need to ice their shoulders tonight because there has been plenty of flags thrown this evening.
And I'm not sure what that signal was. I thought that was the delay of game signal, but it couldn't have been a delay of game because the play had already transpired. So we'll see. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for Elkins. Sour wine under center. Here's a handoff, and the ball was fumbled.
Yeah, it was going to be a double handoff. Yeah. Sour wine handed it off to Fortney, and then Fortney tried to hand it off to Bowers, coming back across his face, and
double handoff that only ended up being a single handoff.
He laid that right on Bowers' hip. And they're very fortunate to come for Elkins to recover that fumble there.
And that's like, Bridgeport ran their offense, a lot of misdirection, a lot of handing the ball off in the backfield. And when the ball gets handed off, you're anticipating where it's going to go, and then it's dropped, and then you're looking to see where the ball is on that play. 4th and 22, the Tigers are going to punt, and Junior Smith's going to call for a fair catch that time, right about the 46-yard line, just inside their own 50-yard line. And they'll take over there with 7:17 to go in the fourth quarter. 38-7, your score. Flying Eagles on top.
And really, they've had a really good showing tonight in all aspects of the game, except for the personal fouls and the penalties.
And even the high snaps have been decreased in the second half. So I would expect Robert C. Byrd to keep the ball on the ground here. Smith in the shotgun. He's going to keep the ball and run around the right side. Gets a couple of nice blocks, but there's another flag thrown from the umpire. Looks to be in the area of holding once again.
Yeah, most likely it's going to be holding.
Holding on Robert C. Byrd.
Called that a hold?
Yeah, not much there.
Maybe more of a block in the back than a hold.
Yeah.
But
So Smith's going to get some credit on that run and then mark it off from where the hold occurred.
First and 15, ball's back at the 41-yard line now. Here's an I formation, handoff to Jones up the middle. He's not going to get anywhere. He's going to gain about a yard.
Ramirez and McGilberry combined for the stop for Elkins defense.
Robert C. Byrd letting the play clock run down while the game clock is ticking. Smith under center, I formation once again. He'll hand the ball off. And we've got another penalty here.
And that looks to be a false start. Oh, offsides on the defense.
Yeah.
So somebody must have been lined up in the neutral zone.
And I would say at this point, both coaches are of the mindset of let's cut down on the penalties, fellows, and get out of here. I think the outcome has been decided. Let's make sure the game is played clean. We'll see each other next year. Elkins playing in a new stadium this year, too.
Yep.
Have not been to that stadium yet. I've been to the old Weimer Field that was shut down a year or two ago. 2nd and 9 for the Flying Eagle. Here's a fake handoff, and Smith's going to keep it. He's going to roll around the sidelines, down the sideline, I should say, pick up about 8 yards. Was sort of chased out of bounds, and with age and experience, he'll understand that maybe he should have just slid right there. He had enough yardage, significant yardage, keep the clock running. But by going out of bounds, of course, that stops the clock, prolongs the game. Adds at least another 1 or 2 plays to the game, possibly. 2 to go on 3rd down. Ball's at the 46. Robert C. Byrd not looking to score here, just to play clean football. Here's a handoff up the middle to, looks like Menameki or McMillian.
It actually looked like
Andy Swagger.
Swagger.
Check that, Andy Swagger. I asked Andy if he was going to get a carry today, and he said he didn't know. So hopefully on Monday he'll tell me I got one. And that picks up the 1st down. Ball's down to the 43-yard line of Elkins now. 5:06. Elkins jumps off sides again.
And at quarterback, that was
McAtee, so he was going to keep the ball there.
It looks like he's going to stay in now at quarterback.
Number 86. That may be one of the only times you'll see number 86 quarterbacking.
Didn't Michigan a couple years ago have
Yes, they did.
had a quarterback that wore like 80 or 82?
I think so. So that is Deegan Barnett. He's going to fake the handoff and roll around the right side. He's going to pick up positive yardage, get the 1st down. Not Barnett, McAtee, I should say. Bryson McAtee. And again, he's running out of bounds when he really could just slide down, give himself up, and keep the clock running. course, these kids want to play. They want to run the ball. Here's a handoff up the middle. Number 44. And we don't have a 44 on our roster. He's coming off now, gets a congratulations from the RCB coaching staff. 4:01 to go, 2nd and 5. McAtee's still in at quarterback. Fakes the handoff. He's going to roll around the left side, and he's going to stay in bounds, and now he's going to be pushed out of bounds by the Tigers.
He's going to get a first down on that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, goes out of bounds to stop this winding clock.
It's interesting. The official didn't stop the clock. He kept his he wound the clock. He gave the arm motion to keep the clock going, but the runner was clearly out of bounds.
Of course, I think is also a new rule where he was forced out. He didn't go out, so therefore the clock will stop initially, and then they'll give him the go ahead.
3:20 here left in the fourth quarter. That was Swagger again with the carry. And RCB kind of in a predicament here. There is 3 minutes on the clock. They're inside the 5-yard line. I don't think they can take 4 kneel downs, or I don't think they'd want to, and completely run the clock out. But they don't necessarily want to score.
This is the first time, and we've talked about earlier, that the Flying Eagles have been inside and they can't pick up inside the red zone. And they can't pick up a first down.
Right, exactly. So we'll see what they do here. They may be able to kneel this thing out. And that's going to be Swagger again up the middle, and he's churning, and he's going to be dropped short. No, they're going to say he scores. The far line judge did not raise his hand, but the near side judge down below us did raise his hands, indicating a touchdown.
Yeah, Swagger just reached that ball as he was going down right out and just had a little bit of that cross, just needed any part of the ball to cross that goal line for a touchdown, and he does.
So the Eagles will go for 2 here. Going to hand the ball off to McAtee, but he's going to keep it, and he's going to roll around the end zone. He's going to be hit, stopped short of the goal line. A nice hit by number 1, Harding, for the Tigers. Looked like Harding was going to have that, but he was denied. Got an injured player on the field for the Tigers. Number 10, that is Caden Ramirez. So the Eagles are up 44-7, 2:28 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout while the injured player is attended to and be back after this message.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County.
back at Robert C. Byrd High School. Here's the kickoff by the Flying Eagles. Ball is muffed by the Tigers. It's number 34, but he corrals it. Dylan Fortney bumped into his own player.
Another flag comes in late.
It's going to be Elkins' ball, first down, and there's a personal foul. It's going to be signaled against Elkins. That'll back him up.
A score update. It went final. Number 1 in AA, North Marion defeats Liberty Harrison 62-20.
So ball's at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10, just inside 2 minutes here at Robert C. Byrd High School. Elkins is going to run this straight up the gut. That is number 3, or correction, number 34, Dylan Fortney with the handoff. He'll have a first down. That'll move the ball out to the 27-yard line.
I thought I was going home with you.
Here's Sauerwein under center. He hands off on the right side.
It looked like to be 55 on the carry, but we don't have a 55 on our roster. And it was 55. So that wasn't, not sure who that young man was, but that was a nice run on first down for the Elkins Tigers.
Yeah. Under a minute now. 2nd and 1. Sauerwein under center. He's going to keep the ball and couldn't quite see what happened. He might have kneeled on it.
Yeah, I think he fumbled it actually. And it looks like Sauerwein went down and recovered the fumbled the snap there. So
they have time to run one more play, and then that'll do it for both the Tigers and the Eagles in this game and this season. Here's Sauerwein with the last snap. Handoff around the right side to, that looks to be
50.
Number 34, I believe.
I think it was 54.
Fortney. 54 or Fortney, yeah.
Yeah, 54. And we don't have a 54 on our roster. So.
Yeah. And that's going to do it for the Eagles and the Tigers here from Robert C. Byrd High School, Eagles Stadium. Final score 44-7. The Flying Eagles win their last 2 games in a row of the season, and that gives them some momentum, some hope going into the offseason, getting the weight room, and into next season. We'll take a real quick break, and then we'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Welcome back to Robert C. Byrd High School for the final segment of the 2023 RCB football season. The fireworks going off here in the background, Wagner Pyrotechnics. courtesy of them. They go off all the time, no matter whether we win or lose. So we want to thank the Wagner Pyrotechnics for that. So, Jonathan, the Eagles win their last 2 games, as we said, end the season on a positive note, and they'll head into the off season and try to get ready for next year.
Yeah, if your coach Scott, the season your first season didn't pan out how you wanted it to, but young team. Got the last 2 games, got victories under your belt for something to build on going into winter workouts, and something you can kind of lean your hat on and go into the 2024 season.
Yeah, and a lot of these same kids on the football team will end up playing basketball in the winter. Some will wrestle. They'll play baseball. A lot of these kids will be involved in other sports, and we'll keep them active, and the ones that aren't will hit the weight room with Coach Scott and the staff and try to get ready for next year, as we said. So we're going to wrap it up here for the last time this year. Jonathan, thank you for sitting in with me. Want to thank Anthony Corsini, our student cameraman, and as always, David Oliverio, our producer. I will say goodnight to Doss.
Good night, Josiah.
And we'll say good night and so long, everyone.